Okay, I know this is an argument that a lot of people haven't gotten into recently. It's like an older argument, and it's about abortion. I I believe what I believe, and you can believe whatever you want. But the thing inside of the woman is a human baby. It has human DNA. It's a human. It's growing. It's living, obviously. It's growing. You can't say it's not living. One, it's growing as soon as it starts. It's consuming stuff for energy. It's producing waste. It has everything needed to be considered living. And it's not the same as sperm or an egg. A sperm is not even a full cell, and an egg isn't even a full cell. The two combine to create one cell that starts to grow and live and do stuff. You're not killing babies when you jack off. That argument's just dumb. It's just they're not even really a full cell, and no matter what, they're just gonna die and be absorbed into your body again. And the eggs, you could say that a woman kills once every month, which is again isn't true. The egg hasn't been fertilized, hasn't been. No, life starts whenever it starts to grow, starts to consume stuff for energy, and starts to produce waste, and starts to move, and starts. It has all the signs of a living thing whenever it's in there. It's also human. It has human DNA. It's a living thing. It's a living human in there. Like this whole there's pictures out there of babies that are in the trimester to where people say is okay for aborting, yet you can still kind of see features of human in there. You can tell where the head is. You can see arms and legs. Of course, that doesn't start right away as you get there, but by the time you realize you're pregnant, it's too far along anyways. It's already practically there. And it's not part of the mom. Okay? The human baby does not have the same DNA as the mom. It's human DNA and it's completely different DNA. And it's nowhere near the same as a tumor. The baby isn't killing the mom. In fact, there's some benefits for a woman being pregnant. Okay? It's not a parasite. It's not just leeching. Like I said, there's some benefits to being pregnant. Yes, you get the morning sickness, you get swelling, but again, there's benefits. One of them, actually, women can experience a rise in their immune system. So it's living, it's human, and it's not the same as a parasite or a tumor. It's a human baby. And again, there's still more that I hear. I hear that a woman not being able to abort a baby makes a woman have less rights than a dead man, because the woman is being forced to give up her body when she is not being forced to give up her body. And no matter what, the right to live is an extremely important right that the mom would take away. No matter what, she's a mom. She's just the mother of the child. If the baby dies, she's still the mom. But okay, the woman doesn't have less rights. She's not being forced to give up her heart to someone else like a dead man. The dead man can keep his heart. The woman can keep her heart. She's not forced to give up her body. The baby, her body is what created the baby. Her body created a living thing inside of her, and her body's not rejecting it. Her body is tending to it. She created the baby. Yes, she had him from the man, but she created the baby. Even in rape situations, when do you blame someone who didn't when do you punish someone who didn't create the situation? You don't. Someone gets murdered, you don't just punish the victim or punish a witness. You punish the person who did the killing. If someone rapes someone, you punish the rapist. If a baby is created through that, it's again, you can't just punish the baby. It's a innocent little baby, one of the most innocent creatures on this planet. If a baby is not wanted by the mom, there's other solutions. She can put it up for adoption. She can give it to someone who wants it, that the mom knows. The mom doesn't have to keep the baby. And yeah, she may not want to go through the pain and suffering of child labor, but everyone suffers. Child labor is extremely painful, and it's not fun to do. It is one of the most painful things. But it doesn't give anyone the right to kill a living human being. Okay. And this whole statistic about they're guaranteed to grow up bad, well, you know what? Those same exact people who generalize those babies to grow up evil are the ones that get onto everyone else about generalizing Mexicans, generalizing, which we don't do. Republicans, they don't do that. They don't generalize Mexicans. And they don't generalize Muslims. But, you know, they tell us not to do those things, but they do it when it's convenient to them. Because they want abortion. It's about the right of choice. But you know what? The right to live kind of overrides that. What if I can have the right to choose to murder someone? That doesn't mean it's my right. I want to choose to murder someone. That doesn't give me the right to do it. I'm still wrong. Yes. If you go and kill a baby, you don't want a baby, that doesn't give you the right to kill someone. I don't want to have a dad. If I murder my dad, that's still wrong. It's just... No, this argument isn't well done. Yes, I'm stumbling with my words. I didn't write this out or anything. This is just me speaking my mind. But practically any excuse people can give for abortion, there's a counter for why that's not a good excuse, why it's wrong. It's not dead, it's living. It is a human baby. We protect eggs, bird eggs, certain birds, because they're babies. We protect certain animals' fetuses because they're babies. Whenever a pregnant woman is murdered, it's a double homicide because it's a living baby in her. But then all of a sudden, when it's convenient, it's not a baby. The only reason why abortion would ever be justified is when it's an actual threat to both the mom and the baby. There's no way to save the fetus, because let's say the fetus is growing in the tube. It's actually growing in the tube where it could, and if it grows there, it'll kill itself and the mom. That's the only reason it would ever be justified. But even then, that would be a hard choice for a mom to make. I know women who say they won't do it even if it's in the tube because they just can't. And this whole you're a male, you don't have the right to, that doesn't, so what? I'm a male. That I don't have a right to have an opinion on something because I'm a different gender? That sounds like sexism. Again, something that Democrats are against, except for when it's convenient to them. I have my right to have an opinion. Now, and then this other thing where most people who are against abortion are male, again, that's also not true. The majority of the people that are for abortion are male, and the majority of the people who are against abortion are female. The majority of people that are in office that voted against abortion, the majority of people in office that voted for abortion to be legalized across America were male. that statistic that most people who are against abortion are male, it's way, way false. My mom, and I know plenty of women, and I know more women who are against abortion personally than men. Men don't want, the men I know either don't want to talk about it or they'll say it's a woman's choice. Most of the women I talk to, they will say it's wrong, and then there will be the rare woman who says they are for it. And I'm not talking about online. I'm sure I can find a lot of women online who are for abortion. But when I go around talking to people personally, where I can talk to everyone and not just, find a select group that are all together, I can get more consistent females are against abortion, and statistics that other people have done with studies say the same. Most women are against abortion. I see these posts saying 70% of the men that are against abortion or will never have babies. That is not true. That is so far from true, it's not even funny. In fact, females are the biggest population. So if the majority of the females are against abortion, that's the majority of the entire population, making the minority rule the majority in this situation, because so many of the men in office don't want to anger that small, tiny group of women. Abortion is killing a human child. It's ending a life. And Planned Parenthood, Planned Parenthood is going to be a completely different video that other people have already done as well. This is just me rambling on. If you don't like this ramble, you can go right ahead and turn this off. You could have turned it off a long time ago, but this is me rambling. This isn't a whole detailed argument. I can have any comments I will have a detailed argument about, but this is not detailed right now. I may make a detailed one in the future, but I'm not really thinking about that too much, because again, this abortion argument is old, and it's the last one that I've heard. It's a human right. It was in the Constitution. The Supreme Court said it. No, the Supreme Court can be wrong. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say abortion is a God-given right. It doesn't say that abortion is a right guaranteed by the Constitution. That's how it was interpreted by the small Supreme Court. Nowhere does it say that, though. Those were the words being twisted. And just because it's a constitutional right, again, that doesn't always mean it's right. I mean, a lot of the same people, again, want to get rid of the Second Amendment, which is a constitutional right. So the Constitution argument doesn't really resonate with those people, because, again, they want the Second Amendment taken away. And the Second Amendment is actually saying that people have the right to own weapons and guns, the right to bear arms. But nowhere does it say that women have the right to an abortion. It says they have the right to their property, but a human baby is not property. Just like a slave is a human man and shouldn't be property either. The Constitution does not protect abortion. And hopefully people will start to see this, and hopefully things will start to change, but I don't know. The majority is so scared of the minority. The majority is so scared of the minority. So it may not happen. And obviously this video won't do anything. You'll just get maybe hating comments on it, maybe a couple views. Yeah, my videos aren't anything. This is just me rambling on. My rambling's done.